Alright, you're looking at the Vsphere client right now, and this is, I'm also bringing up VMware workstation just to give you an idea how it looks. So, I'm not going to go into that. I'll probably cover workstation on another tutorial. But for right now, we're going to handle the Vsphere client for the ESX server that's already up and running. ESX is very easy to set up. It's pop the disk in once you burnt the ISO. Next, yes, I want to choose this drive. Yes, I want to format. Okay. Once you got it up and running, you'll have a couple options. Set your IP, give it a password, that kind of stuff. That's all you can do from it. You can't actually manage the virtual machines from the box, which is kind of a security feature. But anyway, so we got Vsphere client. Now you can set some really intricate details on security too, to where like only this MAC address is allowed to talk to the server, if I'm not mistaken. I know that you can make it to where it only works through one NIC if you have multiple NICs on that machine. But I just have it running right now on my test box, which is an HP 7900 super mini desktop. It uses like laptop parts. Really, really small device. You know, it's not a big power horse. So now I'm going to log in with no password. So it's going to pop back and tell me I should have typed my password before I hit enter. But anyway, once you have the ESX up and running, you put in the IP or the DNS name that you gave it, and then you log in. So once that's up and running, we'll have the interface that you saw there a moment ago. Unless that was in another video, which I think it was, so you probably wouldn't have. So anyway, here's the interface to it. Here's all of our virtual machines. You can look at some more details on here, how much it's using, performance. That's a really good thing to go to, because that way you got a list of all the virtual machines and it shows you what they're actually putting out. You can really manage how much you want to. You can really manage you can push a crappy box to fully utilize its potential by running a whole bunch of light operating systems on it, or I mean, look at what I got. I got two different versions of Server 08. Got some test machines that I made. Got an XP machine down here, and the ones with the play button on them, those are all running. So I right click on that and do Open Console, and you'll see me installing Windows XP, which has been sitting there for like 2 weeks. And then I just close that. Now it's still up and running. I just closed pretty much like a remote connection into view the desktop. You can open up my lamp, and you'll see I have a test Arch server running right now. So it's really versatile. To start a new virtual machine, you would, let's click on here first. New virtual machine. Typical. Yep. That's the only data store that I have, which is just a hard drive that I installed it on. Let's do Linux, and we'll do sure. When you see this, I put 50 gigabytes. It's not actually going to be 50 gigabytes when I put that checkbox in there. You're not really going to be able to use that unless you're paying for VMware. So don't even worry about it if you're using the free version like me. But you use this, it's going to expand the virtual image of the hard drive, the virtual hard drive that it's using, as you use the machine. So it's not really going to use up that much space, which is an awesome feature. Edit. You always want to edit unless you already have a pre-made virtual machine. Now I'm going to go into, let's see, 512. That's fine for Linux. Go to the virtual DVD drive, and we're going to go for an ISO that I already have uploaded. And let's do Ubuntu. Yeah, sure, why not? Make sure you click connect to power on. That's going to mount the ISO when you power it on, and then you'll be able to use that. And I'm not going to do that because it's pretty much you'll power it on, open the console, and when you open the console, you can go through and install it like it was a normal machine. Delete that from disk, and we're done with that example. Now you can go in here, you can check your event log. It's pretty intricate. It shows every little thing that's happening on there. You'll still need to go into your actual system's log files to see what's going on that level. Shouldn't have to mess with any of that. So as you can see, it really is a type of Linux base operating system, but not quite, because the kernel was actually created by VMware, so it is not Linux. A lot of people will say that it's Linux based, but it's not. It has some open source aspects to it, but it is most definitely proprietary. Zen Server is an alternative to ESX, and I have played with it, and I will still tell you that ESX still stomps the living snot out of it. You still need Windows to remote into it, so you're going to need Windows anyway. Might as well do this. You can install a virtual machine, turn it on, then install Vsphere to it, and then like RDP into it from Linux, which is possible. And then you RDP into that, and then you can manage the server manager, the Vsphere, from inside of that. So that's one way you can get around this if you're all open source, but you will still need some XP goodness in there or something. But yes, I'm definitely an advocate of open source, just so you all know. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just trying to give you all an idea of just how, and this is over wireless, but just that's why it's a little laggy. It's actually pretty smooth. So let's browse data store. Go in here and you can see here's all the folders that have all the virtual machines in them. You can actually download those directly to your desktop if you want to back them up. That would be the easiest way. But that's just a quick overview of ESX. I'll go in a lot more into detail, and I'll be using it in a lot of my future tutorials. So y'all probably get to see a lot more of this and see how it can be useful. And I'll definitely be giving some real-life examples of why I think it's awesome. I just thought it would be great, since I'll be using this, to give you an idea of just what is involved in it and eliminate a lot of future questions. But definitely try and find you a box that's compatible with it. You might already have one. Two things to keep in mind are NIC and SATA controller, or hard drive controller if you're using IDE or something else. But anyway, there's a lot of RAID controllers out there that are compatible with it. So if you're thinking about RAIDing it, want to get a RAID controller, it's actually a pretty awesome system for that. But yeah, try to get this stuff up and running. It will change your IT life and make everything you do a lot easier. And copying machines, whatever you got to do, it's great. Definitely play with it. This is not the end. I will definitely be having some more, but that's just a quick overview. So hope you enjoyed.